Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Mainframe Defenders. In the last episode, our adventuring group made it past the next 3 missions. This is the final one in Tier 1, and then we're fighting in higher tiered enemies, and fighting for better tiered loot as well. Our squad consists of a tank, armed with a plasma autocannon, which we can, I'm gonna say it, we can pretend this is some sort of like flaming short sword that has a chance to put him on fire as well, as it has that plasma residue. But he's using a magical ring of nullification, which cancels all the status effects that could be placed on him, which means that he should never end up with plasma residue on him. He's armed with a decent shield as well. Looks like it's lowering his armor class by 4. Great, making him more resilient. And he's just picked up an interference matrix, I guess another magic ring, which affects everything in an AoE around him, reducing any enemies that are within 4 tiles their damage by 35%. Our sneaky thief is armed with a Moritz gun. I suppose he leaps out of the shadows to stab someone with this, because it's got good range of 7. And it fires back at the enemy if they fire at him 1 time per turn. He's armed with a biosteel frame, giving him a little more movement, and a normal nullifier, which removes 1 status effect from him at the end of the turn. And recently we fought for some improved cooling. I guess we could consider heat being the same as morale. So as he takes damage, he would normally, or uses weapons, his morale begins to drop. It doesn't make any sense actually now I think about it. Who cares? We're moving on. And he has 20 plus 20 max heat and minus 10 more heat applied to the end of the turn. This is important for him because we took plus 2 corrosion. He's poisoned his weapons, basically, and he's suffering some max heat because of that. Recently, we also grabbed 1 internal damage when he does damage, really stabbing someone in the back with this, inflicting massive damage to them over time, depending on how much hit points they had. Internal damage deals a percentage of the target's maximum hit points to them as a dot effect. Tank, for that matter, is armed with armor breach. Every time he damages a weapon, every time a weapon damages an enemy, it's 1 armor breach applied to him. So because the plasma autocannon fires 3 times, this is 3 armor breach applied to the target. Our cleric is armed with an acid cannon, which also applies imp interference. So it's like a power word pain. It puts a dot effect on the enemy, slowly killing them and weakens them, causing them to inflict less damage on us by 50% actually for 3 turns. A repair kit so she can cure moderate wounds, and a cooling kit so she can restore the morale of my troops. Or in this case, actually, what it actually does is reduce the heat that they take. She's armed with the B-74 reactor as well, which grants her another action point. And we took an upgrade last episode for her, which gives her another action point at the cost of 25 max heat. She's also, I forgot about this, she's also healing everyone 1 hull point each turn, giving them all a little bit of regeneration. That extra action point means you can fire her acid cannon twice, or use both of these in a turn, or fire the acid cannon once and then use one of these consumables, or cast a spell each turn. And our mage doesn't have great equipment yet, but his spells are working out rather well, rather his equipment is. He's got a 4-second move range for plus 5 heat. His phase cannon, he started with this weapon. It's a good weapon, does decent damage with the plus 10 if it ever crits, but our mage has no crit chance at the moment. And a focus laser, only 1 action point for this, and it does good damage, 17 through 34. The damage is further increased because of a diffuse sensor, increasing both these weapons' damage by 3 points, and also lets us see through walls a bit better, seeing further into what's awaiting us. We arm them with the Gibal Stabilizer as well, which is giving these weapons plus 5 more max damage, and plus 25 more min damage, so plus 8 total damage, I believe. Is that right? 3, and that is 8. So the focus laser should be doing 20... It should be doing 32 damage whenever he fires the focus laser, for example. So, impressive! Impressive rank 1 spells. Magic Missile and Burning Hands, I suppose. We also have cryo capsules that we earned. If ever a unit gets damaged by overheat, it will lose 10 heat. Useful to help get down our heat in an emergency. If we're taking heat damage, The battle's been going on for too long, or I've made some bad choices, or enemies have a lot of heat-causing units. So this will be handy. We haven't really benefited from it yet, but it will be nice to have in the future. Okay. What are we doing? We have 102 matter. That's not enough for any upgrades at the moment. Even if I sold our biosteel frame and slasher, that's also not quite enough for the diffuse sensor, which is 140 cash. Matter. So, let's take a look and see what we're fighting for. The Sword of the Fabricators has quite a bit available, and I would just probably vendor all of this. Maybe we would keep the Bane, although it does have a long cooldown on it. As it has one immobilized, give it a long-range attack for our mage, for example, but I'm not really tempted by this too much. And there's a better carabin, if I recall correctly, available besides the white one. So I want to wait a little bit before I decide. I want to wait a little bit. I'm not really that interested in fighting for that carabin. I can't apparently find... Oh, here it is. Yeah, so this is the one that's available that we're seeing. But this is an upgrade. If ever we see this one, we're going for it. Either purchasing it or fighting for it. But right now, that's not available. The white one isn't a bad weapon, but I don't really feel like I need it. So, activate defense is not that thrilling to me. These are just okay. I'm not really interested in this. So, repel the assault will have more matter for us. With the 87, we're likely to gain 100-something total. Maybe like 156 or so. And a Morana is okay. The Ren Cannon is nice. But I don't really need another download data. So we're going to be looking at these easier missions. And, to tell you the truth, another Nullifier would be amazing. And we'll put it to good use in the immediate future, even if we don't keep it for the long range or for the long haul. So let's go grab this. 1 Nullifier and 63 matter. And a bit trickier start this time. We have to deal with the enemies that are in front of us to start. This Scorpion is armed with 5 extra armor. And this Bulwark has a hull upgrade. I'm going to want to make sure everyone can fight the round I move in there. I forgot she is armed with an acid cannon now, not a slasher. Okay. I'm always nervous moving right to the wall. That could wake up the enemy. Okay. The plan will be to take out... Oh, even the repairman's got 5 armor. Ugh. All these enemies are armored. That's annoying. Tank does not have a second movement, Tim, so he's going to have to fire on the Scorpion then. Okay. Well, let's get started. Sorry, let's end the turn. My plan will be to move up Mage. Phase can the Scorpion. This way, Tank has a chance to kill it. And we'll focus laser on the Repairman. Our crew can move up and also hit the Repairman, and that will guarantee it dies. And probably get rid of the heat on herself. Thief will move up and hurt the Bulwark. That's going to be the plan. Alright, let's make it happen. Hurt the Scorpion. I can't reach the repairman. Okay. Do we have another move with you? We do. Let's wait to take that move. Barely killed it, but we did kill it. I need to kill this next. If I don't kill it and I put all my attacks on the bulwark, the repairman will just cleanse it of all negative effects and heal it and then scoot away. I think our mage can now move here. Put enough, damage on the repairman to guarantee it dies. We could do that again. Let's do that again. Not sure where it is, but I don't think it's up here. The room we're looking for. Could be down here. I'm not sure, though. Let's have Thief move in this direction. It's not in that room. We can have our Thief, though, blow a hole here. Our Cleric can repair herself and get the heat down on herself. The bulwark is dead. We don't even have to fire on it. Here it is. This is the room we're looking for. One more turn until this team wakes up. 8 more turns till reinforcements come in. Okay, that would be good so far. There could be another room with more enemies waiting in the wings, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Okay, we have 3 more enemies. A Scorpion with Armor Breach upgrade. A Bulwark with more hit points. Okay. And we just barely cannot reach this spot this turn. We'll be able to give chase to our tank. I think we'll be okay. It has armor breach, the Scorpions, naturally. But we'll purge that off. Tech will purge that off himself. Yep, so that's not really a concern. They also have isolated internals on themselves normally. Should try to deal with both of these now if I can. I'm gonna leave our Thief out to tempt the Scorpion to shooting it. Okay, we can just leave her there at the moment. You have 2 plasma residue. Okay, good. Alright, we're getting out of here. We have 4 enemies beaming in directly behind us, which was expected. We could have waited to deal with this squad first, but I don't think we'll have too much trouble. Okay, let's heal. Thief. Move her up. And we'll hit the Acrid, since that's got 5 armor on it as well. This spider has a ton of armor on it, too. So no armor hit points. We can't hit it, though, with anything either. And this guy's approaching. Not sure where they're going, who they're going to go after. Our mage can rush back as fast as he can. Alright, let's see what they do. Oh god, it attacked twice! I didn't think they would do that. No, I'm sorry, no. Each one of these attacked once. Tank. Get hurting that spider. Cleric. Hit that cooling kit yourself. Can't really... Well, I guess we can move you there. And Tank won't be able to block for you, not really, but we'll try. Good. Now that spider's down. Okay, we're out this turn. So let's have our cleric repair herself. We get more points if we kill more things at the end of the game. Let's kill that thing because we can. Well done, team. In and out really quick. And we've earned a nullifier. Let's immediately get that on Thief. Alright, not bad. Heatsink is available for sale. Our first yellow item that we see. Plus 80 max heat. Pretty cool. But I don't think we're running into heat issues. We don't need that this run. Lightweight propulsion would be fantastic on Thief. So we're going to lock that. We're probably building that this turn. Actually, well, yeah, let's wait. Let's first see what's available here. We're now in Tier 2, so we have some easy missions and medium missions if you want to go right for the medium. I think we probably can handle the medium Tier 2. Our squad is looking pretty good so far. But let's see what's available here first. Another Moritz gun. A fusion gun. 2-turn cooldown on this. 7 range, 5 through 10 damage. Applies 10 plasma residue to the enemy. If we were going for a heat build, this would be an amazing weapon for that plasma residue, assuming we had a way to get the heat up on the target. But we don't, so this is not going to be that great useful for us. Thermal ammo, in case we wanted to go down the heat path, but we are not doing that. A welding kit. 10 hole mines, 15 heat. Could give this to our cleric instead of the one cooling system she has, but I kind of like our cooling system. This does heal, though, hit points, as well as reduce heat. And the Chili's module always guarantees you do 1 internal damage. Heavy autocannon. We have better... I like my current weapons. Another heavy reactor. This is effectively the upgrade that we purchased for cleric. But we don't need this at the moment. The Spire Cannon. 5 lingering heat. Lasts 2 turns. Applies 5 heat each turn. 2-turn cooldown. Decent damage on it. Can crit. 6 range. Might be good for our mage. We can think about this one. But I'm probably not going to go for it. Another B-74 reactor. We don't need that. Another fusion gun. We don't need that either. nothing here is tempting to me either. Good amount of matter from this mission, but I don't really like the items that are here. Raid the Matter Depot. If you just want matter, 124 is in here, and there'll be at least 2 matter depots in this mission, each giving you 20 additional matter for 160 total. Up to, I think, 5 of them can be present, though, for an extra 100 matter. And activate the defense with Biosteel armor. 4 armor, minus 10 heat applied at the end of the turn. We're probably going for this. Who would get that armor? I guess it would be Tank. It's effectively what he's currently got, but minus 10 heat. That would give us 4 armor we could give to anyone else should we desire it in the future. So I think, yeah, we're going to go for that armor. Could arguably even give it to Thief and drop the Nullifier on him. Anyway, let's go ahead and scrap these items. At the very least, those 2. And I'm going to build this lightweight propulsion. And Thief will use this instead of the Biosteel frame. Okay. Almost all blue gear on all my people. It's good to see. I forgot all about the interference matrix last round. I gotta remember I have this. If I keep forgetting I have it and I'm not using it, I should just get rid of it then. But I want the excuse to try using this. Alright, so we're good to go. You sure you're fighting for the Biosteel armor, Tim? There's nothing really... Well, you could fight for all this delicious matter. But I think we'll go for this Biosteel. Let's do it. Yeah, love this this tune in particular. All right, Mage, let's get you up here to start. Let's punch a hole in this on this side. And we'll go in here and try to eliminate this Orion before he has a chance to do some really nasty things to me. It's going to be a tough fight. Oh, God, there's a Devastator down there, too. This is probably the group that's activating first. So let's talk about activate the defense really quick. So the moment you activate the defense, the reinforcements do not spawn, but everything in the mission activates. So we kind of want to take out the forces first and not rush this mission. So we have 9 turns to eliminate all the enemies which are present in this map. And what is this? A 6-second move. Spend 1 more turn clearing space. So I can rush in with everyone next turn. This squad's probably going to be the one that activates, though, but we can ignore them and focus on this group instead to start. Right, been a while, by the way, everyone, since we've seen some of these, I think, or since you guys have. We've seen a Devastator already. Its weapon gains 1 damage each and every turn. It's got some armor which applies unstable current to you, so every time you hit it, your damage is reduced by 5, your max damage, if I recall correctly. And so, burst weapons are not good to use against a Devastator. You want single powerful hits against it. I think it can't take more than 40 damage per hit. Yep. And it can't take more than 40 damage per hit. So single decent damage hits is what you want. These repairmen, we've been dealing with them already, so we don't have to talk about them. Suppressors. These guys have armor breach on their suppressant weapon. Yep. And they apply prop damage, so you can't get away from them either. And your max damage is reduced, I think, to... Is that right? No, I'm sorry. That's a different effect the spiders have. So your movement is affected. You lose your second move, and you lose 2 movement. It's awful for speedy units. They'd be hit by that. And they're armored. The Orion applies, I think, lingering heat with his weapon. Yep, 7 lingering heat. So you're taking 14 extra heat over 2 turns. And they're armed with some special armor, which when you hit them, you take heat damage, 10 heat. So we don't want to use burst weapons on them either. So this means we want to use the focus laser and the Moritz cannon on the Orion to hopefully kill it. We want to focus on, we want to kill the repairman, probably with tank, and begin applying debuff effects on the suppressor and the heater. Let's see how much damage we can do. Alright, that group is now activated. We definitely want to kill the repairmen, so let's start with that. Next. Let's move our mage up. And blast the Orion to start. Hit it again. And then move you away, because you're taking a lot of heat damage suddenly. Then we can kill this with our Moritz gun. Our cleric can move up. And she can actually hit the suppressor and the heater. And that's good. Oh, in case you guys don't know, there are 2 types of chests which show up in the mission. There's an upgrade chest, which it improves your movement speed. There's a blue chest, which I think provides you with a nullifier effect, cleansing all debuffs that are on you. You have to stand at this spot to access the chest. This is a heater. This is adding extra heat to everything when they start their turns in this. If you blow it up, it applies 40 heat instantly to everything. Alright, this suppressor is destroyed when it activates. I think we're going to use the cooling kit on Cleric to start. This heater is also dead when it activates, so we can ignore them. Let's give our tank extra movement. He'll now have a 6-second movement for the rest of this mission. Our Cleric will move away. We unfortunately have to target the stupid repairman first. Any damage we do to the Devastator will just be healed by this when its turn begins. Alright, and that should be good. Actually, Mage can come down a little bit more. We have 7 more turns to destroy this Devastator. And the oh! Crap! And that Suppressor! Okay. Let's have Tank and Mage deal with the Suppressor to start. Suppressors also have more armor than the Bulwarks had. Can you destroy it without me having to use heat, Tank? No, you cannot. That's rounding the corner next turn. Okay, time to deal with these two. That's dying at the start of its turn, so we can just ignore the repairman. We'll keep tank here to keep his suppression aura, that interference matrix, in effect. Our mage has to move up. Move away. Maybe we can actually kill this turn and not even worry about it. But I think we can. Guarantee it's dead next turn. Perfect. All right, let's get ready to activate the defense. We can wait 3 turns to do it. And we're going to get spawns as well, by the way, when we activate it. We'll get 8 more enemies, at least 8. They'll probably show up in the rooms immediately outside of this. I don't know which rooms they'll show in yet, though, so let's try to scatter my people a bit. Cooling kit is still on cooldown. Let's wait 1 more turn. We'll activate the defense next turn. I want to be able to get rid of some of the more heat on mage. Alright, let's use our cooling kit. Mage. Alright, here they come. We have only 7 enemies. Bulwark Acrid Mark II. Slightly faster, I think, than the original Acrid with the 4 and 5 movement. Well, actually, I think that was the same as the normal one. Its Acrid Laser, though, gains 3 damage per hit now, up to a maximum of 12. Loses more heat. Praetorian MK2. More hit points than the normal Praetorian has. Otherwise, it's the same. Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like it applies 2 corrupted data now instead of 1 corrupted data as well. We have one we compare it with right here. Yep. 1 corrupted data normally. This one applies 2 and has more hit points. Thief, you'll stay here and snipe at that Acrid to start. We have, oh, a sentry. God, I hate sentries. I hate them. Barrier cannon doesn't do much damage, but it applies sensors damage to a target, so we can't exceed 20 damage with anything that we do. And it also applies unstable current to the targets. Good range on this weapon, 9. I'm always surprised at how this thing can manage to find a line of sight to me. It's just awful. I hate them. Let's have the rest of us move in. Actually, 2 of us will move in this direction. I think 2 of us can handle that mess, and 2 others can come in this direction. And now these will also activate. These are on our side, Centurions, but they're waiting for the AI to spawn in first. All right, let's start maybe dealing with this. Mage, can you possibly get some line of sight? Yes, you can, to the sentry. But you can't kill it. That's not your task. That's Tank's task. Block that Acrid from hitting us. Over here, the Acrid will now eventually die. Eventually. Alright, that's good. Nice! Good return fire there, Thief. Okay, our cleric can heal. Thief, who took a little bit of damage. Thief can pop up. And surprise hit that. And then move around the corner again. Our cleric can move here. Let's have our tank possibly. He could kill the Acrid, but I know he will kill it. Actually, he can kill either of these, but he'll kill this. And now these should head over to assist us over here. These Satorians. Hello! Okay, so our cleric will help out here with an acid cannon to both of these targets. Yes! I think this will help kill the Praetorian. Killing it outright, actually. So we didn't need to use the acid cannon on that at all. We should have just used it on the suppressor twice. Misplay on my part. One suppressor left. Nice, and it's dead. We don't even have to attack it. But we will anyway. Good job, team. Biosteel armor. 4 armor, minus 10 heat. I think we're going to get rid of this slasher now. And we're going to put that armor onto tank at the moment. Truth be told, that's probably a better thing to give to our cleric in the future, or our mage, given that they seem to have a little bit of heat problems once they start generating a decent amount of it. But right now, we will keep it on tank. I see a yellow phase cannon over here. That would be an amazing weapon to give to our mage. It's twice as much damage as he's currently doing. Right now he does 10 through 15. This is 20 through 30. And it's 7 armor breach. Combined with these, it will do an extra 8 damage. So he's going to do 28 through 38 damage. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. Actually, no, he'll just do 38 damage, period, with the phase cannon. That's really impressive. So we're building this. Unless something else, unless we can see something really... well, actually, we're probably building this. What else do we have? A hoplite, 5 range, 15 through 15 damage, attacks twice, 30 heat, shoots back an attacker 1 time per turn. 3 AP to fire it, though. Interesting. Can crit for 15 extra damage. Decent weapon, but I'm not going to build it. More liquid cooling, if I would be interested in more of that, but we're not having heat issues at the moment, so we don't need that. Okay, let's see what we're fighting for. A repeater could be nice, +1 to burst weapons, but the only person who would use that would be tank, and I don't want him dropping anything at the moment. $132 matter from a limited affected node, with some stuff I don't really care about very much. A biosteel frame for 6-second move range at minus 5 max hull. But I have no one who I would want to give that to at this moment. And I'm not seeing a whole lot here that I'm interested in either. Nothing really is catching my attention as something we absolutely must go and get immediately. Power Bank could be nice. 1 AP for +2 AP. Could give that to our cleric to give someone else 2 more action points to use per turn. But I have nothing I would drop on her for that. Could always store it, I suppose, for the future. If we ever get a decent one-handed weapon, like a upgraded Cobra or an upgraded Slasher, and drop the acid cannon for it instead. That's for the future. We're not doing that now. I think we absolutely make that phase cannon. Normally I don't find a gold phase cannon until tier 3, so this is kind of lucky to find one ready and waiting for us to produce it. So we will make this right now, and we will get that onto our mage. We could give him both phase cannons now if we wanted to, and he could just use both on a turn. That's actually, we could even build another gold phase cannon if we wanted to. But I do plan to give him eventually this. Although this could also be a nice upgrade for him. All weapons that have cooldown plus 40% damage, this would do, what would that be? It's 38. So practically an extra 15. 45 damage with the phase cannon. Good God, that's amazing. I guess it's something to think about in the future. Maybe we will just lock this. We'll drop the focus laser for 2. He'll just be all about the impressive magic missiles he's casting. Let's go ahead and then disassemble this phase cannon. Oh, well, we could give it to Cleric and drop the acid cannon on her. But I'm not gonna. Let's just get rid of that. Alright, we're doing one more mission. So what do I want to do? I guess we'll do another normal mission, and we'll aim for something that gives us a ton of matter. So let's, because I don't see any squad upgrades here, and there's nothing here that's really too tempting for me. And by too tempting, I mean tempting me to absolutely, I must go and do this mission. I need that. There's a bunch of nice stuff, but nothing I really need. And I want matter. So let's eliminate the infected node. We haven't done this type of mission yet in this run. We might end up using repair matrix if the interference matrix is not to my liking. Let's grab this stuff at the moment. Now, oh wow, dude, I think we got super lucky here, everyone, because I think the thing we want is in this room. And we're right next to it. So let's talk about this first. So the infected node in this mission is going to apply interference to us every turn. What that means is our weapon damage is reduced by 35% for the entirety of this mission. However, I think it's in this room, and if we destroy it, that will clear the effect on all of us. However, I think when we destroy it, I think the enemies begin activating. 2 of our units, Thief and Tank, are armed with nullifiers, which will cleanse the effect off of them. So I'm thinking we have these 2 fight. And Mage runs over here and sees if indeed the thing we want is over there. Which I think we're just going to run him here now. There it is! That's what we want! The infected node. We destroy that, our objective is completed, there'll be no reinforcements. Isolate internals on the Sentinel, that stinks. But there's no isolate internals on that thing. Oh, I thought I could hit that from here. Okay. Ah! So frustrating. Okay. Let's end the turn. These 3 will deal with this room, while Mage dashes up here to destroy the infected node. Which I think we can do right now. Alright. Done. Let's now clear this room. I would love to destroy the Sentinel first. Let's also use a cooling kit on herself, Cleric, to get that down. The acid cannon is a wonderful weapon to apply to Acrids as well. It guarantees they'll die in 2 turns, assuming there's no repairman to heal them. And it also applies interference to them, reducing the damage they deal by 50%, I think is what ours does. Yep. Our improved interference is better than this interference that the enemy occasionally puts on you. Okay, another squad is waking up a turn from now. Let's have you continue to blast that. You're around the corner. Tank. Let's think here. I think you, both you combined, can deal with this thing easily enough. Mage. If this thing wakes up, I want you ready to begin dealing with some damage to them. Dead next turn. Will be destroyed next turn. Okay. Okay, so tank will move over here. That guarantees that suppressor dies. She can cooling kit herself and move her away. Thief will move up and stay there in preparation to threaten this room next turn. Actually, we can probably move here safely. Oh, nice. We can kill a suppressor with mage in 1 round. Two more rounds until... So 1 more round and then this room activates, but I'm not imagining we're going to have any trouble. There's 7 enemies left, so there's 3 here and 4 in the other room. Deal with the Orion. Good God, we killed Orion with what in 1 round. That's amazing. Mage, you are incredible. Okay, can hit it. I guess we can also heal tank. Guarantees that the heater dies. Another Orion, 2 MK2 Praetorians, and a suppressor. They can't quite make it out of that room. Cool mage down a bit. Kind of huddle around whatever this thing is in preparation to deal with these enemies. The Orion's the thing that has impressive range on its cannon, isn't it? Look at that. What are you? Range 9. Can't do more than 20 damage to a Praetorian on a single shot. Okay, it's dead. We'll just stay put then. And let them move up against us, I think. Actually, I'll move tank here. Darn it. Okay, it did have line of sight. Well, do I do what the... I think I want to kill the suppressor to get rid of prop damage. Oh, I moved you improperly, Cleric. I wanted to purge Mage of that heat. It's too late. Now, the Morska is a bit of a mistake to use against this because I'm pretty sure when he shoots this, even on the Orion's turn, its armor applies that heat to him. But it's not going to matter. We're going to destroy it this turn. All right, not bad. Our first foray into Tier 2 was a success. Look at all those yellow things. I'll take a look at them in a little bit. Oh, we're actually done. This was 3 missions. Okay. So, what's for sale really quick? Nothing. Well, I mean, I'm interested in these 2 things still. We don't do any crits at the moment, so that's not useful to us. All right, so let's stop here. I'll get a chance to look at stuff off screen. When we come back, we'll continue our push into Tier 2 now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. Love this track.